Type is defined as the set of values and set of operations. It can be applied to the such values. Here in these values, these are stored somewhere in the memory of a computer. Here in this computer we are using the term object here. Term object here in this term object to denote the both the storage and stored value. Here these operations it is defined for a type and are the only way of manipulating its instance objects here. Here in this instance objects they protect the data objects for in their uses. Here the way of manipulating that objects they protect data objects. Here in this any type error here a program is said to be type safe, means type secure, if all operations in the program are always applied to the data of the correct type, that is no type errors will ever occur. చూడండమ్మా మనకి లాస్ట్ టాపిక్స్లో బిల్ట్-ఇన్ టైప్స్, ప్రిమిటివ్ టైప్స్, డేటా అగ్రిగేట్స్, టైప్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్స్, యూజర్ డిఫైన్ టైప్స్, అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్ డేటా టైప్స్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది. ఈ 3 టాపిక్స్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయినాయి అమ్మ. ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ ఏంటంటే మనం టైప్ సిస్టమ్స్ చెప్పుకుంటున్నాము. అంతేనమ్మా? టైప్ సిస్టమ్స్ అయినా in this type systems already we completed about the static versus dynamic program checking, and next one is strong typing and type checking. The 2 topics are completed in this type checking. Next the third topic is type compatibility. Here type compatibility. Here what is meant by type compatibility? Here the type compatibility it is also sometimes it is called the conformance. It is also called as the conformance or equivalence. Here a strict type system it require some of the operations here. Here this operand of a type T it is only one parameter of type T. Here languages allow more flexibility by defining this operand of another type, say Q here. Here type T capital T, and we take operand of another type. We have to define the operand of another type, that is called the say Q. Say Q it is also acceptable without violating type safety. Here in such a case we say that the language defines it is in the construct of the given operation type Q is the compatible with type T. Here type compatibility it is also sometimes called as the conformance or equivalence. Conformance or equivalence. Here this compatibility is defined by the type system. This compatibility is defined by the type system. Here in this type system type checking procedure can verify all operations here. It is invoked correct or not. It is the operations are correct or not. Here that is the types of operands are the compatible with the types it is by the operation here. Here in this type compatibility we are having first one is structure compatibility. First one is structure compatibility. It is another possible conference rule that languages may adopt here. Means we are having some of the conference rules, conformance rules. It is another possible conformance rules that languages may adopt here. Here type T1 is structurally compatible with type T. Here type T1 is structurally compatible with type T2. Type T1 is structurally compatible with type T2. These are the 2 types here. T1 is one type, T2 is another type. Here T1 type and T2 type is they have same structure, and the time is on the type is called the structure compatible. The type is structure compatible. Here this can be defined by the recursively. This can be defined as the recursively. Here in this T1 is name compatible with T2. T1 is name compatible with T2. Here T1 and T2 are defined by applying the same type of constructor here. Same type constructor here. This is structurally compatible corresponding the type components. Structurally compatible corresponding with the type components here. Here in this structure compatibility, T1 is the name compatible with T2. T1 is name compatible with T2. Here T1 and T2 are the two types of structures here. T1 is one of the structure, T2 is the another type structure. It is structurally compatible with another type. Means with here they have the same structure. Means type 1 and type 2, these are the same structures here. Here it can be defined recursively here. Here T1 is name compatible with T2. Name compatible with T2. Here T1 and T2 it is defined by the applying the same type constructor to structure compatibility, it corresponding by type components, corresponding by the type components. Here next one, this is a structure compatibility. Next compatibility is name compatibility. It is on another compatibility name is name compatibility. It is easier to implement than structure compatibility. It is easier to implement than structure compatibility. It requires a recursive traversal of a data structure. It requires a recursive traversal of a data structure here. It is name compatibility. It is most longer than the structure compatibility. Most longer than the structure compatibility. But here in this structure compatibility, it goes to the extreme. It goes to the extreme. Here where type names are tightly ignored in the check. Means here structure compatibility it goes to the extreme where type names are totally ignored in the check. On that time here structural compatibility it makes the classification of data objects. Here structure compatibility it makes the classification of data objects. It implied by types exceedingly coarse. Structure compatibility it makes the classification of data objects and it is implied by types exceedingly coarse here. This is about the name compatibility. Here we are having, for example, we are having defined two types. Structure complex float A, float B and struct point float A and float B here. This is the example. This is the structure compatibility and name compatibility. This is about the type compatibility. Next topic in type systems, type conversions. Next topic in type systems, type systems. Type conversions. Here in this type conversions, suppose that an object of type T1, we are having type T1 here, it is accepted by some operation at the some point of a program. Some point of a program we have to accept a T1 is expected. T1 is expected. Next, here suppose that an object type T2, we are taking T2 also, T2 is available and here we have to apply the operation. We take the T1 and T2. T1 is one type, T2 is another type. Here if T1 and T2 are compatible according to the type system. According to the type system. Here this application of the operation would be type correct. This application of the correction would be type correct. These two systems are compatible according to the type system. Here the application of the operation would be the type correct here. If they are not correct, on the time you have to apply the type conversion. If they are not compatible or if they are not correct, on the time you have to apply a type conversion from T2 to T1. T2 to T1 in order to make operation possible. Here this kind of coercion, this kind of conversion that may occur at the given point. It depends on the context here. Here in this kind of conversion, or it is also called as coercion here. This kind of conversion that may occur at one of the point here. It depends on the context. For example, in C we write like this. X equal to x plus z. Here for example, we take in C language x equal to x plus z. Here I take here z equal to float. Here z is float value and x is integer value. Here z is float value and x is int. Here x is coerced to the float value, means here x is the integer value. That's why x is converted to the float to evaluate the arithmetic operation. Arithmetic operator or plus, means here plus. Here we take the value, x is the integer value, z is the float. You have to add these two values. You have to do this, but here x is, I take here x is the integer value, z is the float, means these two data types are different. But these two data types are, it takes the addition and the result is coerced to int for the assignment, means here x is int here. That's why we get the result to int for the assignment here. Here the arithmetic coercion, it is from int to float, but the assignment coercion is from float to int. Here arithmetic coercion is from int to float here, but assignment coercion is float to int. This is called the type conversion. Type conversion, another name is type coercion. This is one of the type system. Type coercion. Here for example, we take here x is the integer value. For example, x equal to, we give the values x equal to, z equal to 5.4. Here x equal to, z equal to 5.4. How much he get here? 2 plus 5, 7.4 here. X equal to 7.4. But here I gave x value is integer. That's why we got the value is, x is the evaluate, x is the here assignment operation. Here x, we have give the result x plus z, it is stored in x value. Here x is the, we define x is the integer value. That's why we got the value, the answer is float to int. Convert the float to int, means 7. The answer is 7. Next, another topic is the types and subtypes. Here in this type systems, we learn static versus dynamic. Next, strong typing. Next one is type compatible. Next, type conversion. Next fifth topic is types and subtypes. Here, if a type is defined a set of values, it is associated a set of operations here. A subtype can be defined a subset of those values. Here, if a type is defined as a set of values, it can be associated set of operations here. But here, a subtype can be defined to be a set of those values. Here. Here, if ST means subtype, is a subtype of T. it is subtype of T. Here T is also called ST, means super type. Here ST is the super type. I take here ST is the super type. Here if ST is the subtype of T and T is the T is also called ST super type. ST super type means our parent type. Super type means here parent type. Here we have to assume these operations defined by T are automatically inherited by the ST. Here in this a language supporting subtypes must define like this. A language supporting subtypes. For the subtypes, here first point here, a way to define subsets of a given type. Next one, compatibility rules between a subtype and its supertype. A way to define subsets of a given type. And next point is compatibility rules between a subtype and its supertype. Here for example we take in Pascal language. Pascal was the first programming language to introduce the concept of a subtype. Means here what is the meaning means the concept of subtype, it is the which language introduced the first concept of subtype. Pascal language, it is the first programming language to introduce this concept subtype. Here in this subtype suppose we take here any discrete values like integers or boolean values, boolean, character, enumerations, like that. For example, in Pascal language, one may define natural numbers and digits. For example, we take in Pascal language, one may define natural numbers and digits. Here type natural equal to 0 to maximum digit. Type natural equal to 0, maximum digit. Type natural equal to 0 to maximum int value. Here digit equal to 0 to, here type natural equal to 0 to maximum int value. Here digit equal to 0 to 9. Here small value -9 to +9. Here maximum int. Max int is the maximum integer value. It is represented by the implementation. Here maximum int value, it is represented by the implementation. Here what are the main points here means, here the type is defined set of values, but we have set of operations here. In this set of operations, a subtype can be defined here. Subtype means it can be defined as subset of that values here. Here ST is the subtype of T, and it is here T is also called as the supertype or parent type. Here some of the language supporting subtypes must define here. The first language, which language introduced the subtype concept is Pascal. Pascal language is the introduce the concept of the subtype here. Here this subrange of the any discrete ordinal variables means integers, boolean, character, enum, like that. Here in this Pascal define the natural numbers and digits. Here you have to type natural equal to 0. First we type natural equal to 0 and maximum int 0 to maximum int here. Here max int means maximum integer value. It is represented by the implementation. When we give the in the coding on the term, you have to represent that value. Digit equal to 0 to 9 and small equal to -9 to +9. Next here next topic is the This is the fifth topic in type systems, ma. This is the fifth topic in type systems. Next. Next topic is the generic types. Next topic is the generic types here. In this generic types here, the modern languages allow the abstract data types to be defined here. Some of the example here is the example. It is a stack of elements of the parameter type T. These operations, this following the languages here. Here in this another topic is this type structure of the representative languages. The type structure of the representative languages here. Here in this type structure can be applied to the number of existing programming languages. This next fifth topic is the type structure of representative languages. Here this type structure can be applied to the number of existing programming languages. Here in this first programming language is Pascal. Here in this structure we have follow the some structures in already we learn programming languages na. First Pascal. In this type structure in Pascal, here Pascal types. In this Pascal types we have unstructured and we have structured. In Pascal types, in Pascal language, we define two. It is divided into two types, unstructured type and structured type. In this unstructured type, we have already built-in types here, integer, real, char, boolean. These are the already built-in types here. Next one, enum means enumeration. After that, subrange. These are unstructured type. In the unstructured type we are having these are the three types: built-in, integer, real, char, boolean data types. Next one enumeration, means enum data type. Next one is subrange. Next in Pascal types, next unstructured, structured na. In the third type is pointers, means recursive data types. Here in this structured we are having four types. First one is record. In that record we are having Cartesian product. Only we learn about. Next variant record. Next one is array discriminated union. Variant record discriminated union. Array finite mapping. Next power set. Next file sequence. This is the type structure in Pascal. Here. Next, in this Pascal, we are having this type structure. It is different decomposition of unstructured types. We do in the terms of ordinal types and real types here. Here, in this ordinal types, it has the integers, booleans, characters, enumerations and subranges. In this ordinal types are integers, booleans, characters, enumerations and subranges. Here this is ordinal types are categorized by the discrete set of values. It is characterized by the discrete set of values. Discrete means here different set of values. Here each of the value has the unique predecessor and first. Next unique successor last. Here this is evaluated by the built-in functions pred and succ. Here in this Pascal language we are having ordinal types. It has the integers, booleans, characters, enumerations and subranges here. In this ordinal types it is characterized by a discrete set of values. Here each of which has the unique predecessor and unique successor. And it is evaluated by the built-in functions pred and succ and respectively. built-in functions, PRE depred and SUCC respectively. Next is the next point is recursive data structures are defined via pointers. In this recursive data structure are defined via pointers. Here next one, in this recursive data structures are defined via pointers. Next one, Cartesian products are defined by records. Cartesian products are defined by records. Here in this next point is unions and discriminated unions are described by variant records. Unions and discriminated unions are described by variant records. Next, finite mapping is described as the arrays. Finite mapping are described by arrays here. Here this whose index type must be an ordinal type. Whose index type must be an ordinal type. Here in this recursive data structures are defined via pointers here. In this Cartesian products are defined by the records. Here unions and discriminated unions are described by variant records here. Finite mapping are described by arrays here. Here whose index type must be an ordinal type here. For example, we take A1 and A2. For example, we take A1 array and A2 array. Here these are the two different types. We take like this. Type A1 equal to array of 1 to 50 numbers of integer. Here type A1 equal to array of 1 to 50 of integer. 1 to 50 numbers of integer. Next, A2 equal to array of 1 to 70 of integers. 1 to 70. Here we take type A1 equal to array of 1 to 50 of integers and A2 equal to array of 1 to 70 of integers. Here this type of data structures are defined via pointers here. And next point is Cartesian products are defined by records here. Here a collection of files is called records here. Here unions and discriminate unions are described by variant records, means different records. Here next one is finite mappings are described by arrays. And this index type must be an ordinal type. For example, we take the two types of arrays here, A1 and A2. These are the two different types. Type A1 equal to array equal to 1 to 50 of integer and A2 equal to array of 1 to 70 of integer. Next, in Pascal language, it is a serious problem and it is originally defined here. Here in this Pascal language, we use the procedures require the foreign parameters. Here specified type here. Here procedures means in procedures means in C language procedures name is functions. Procedures name is functions here. In C language we are using functions, but in Pascal language we are using the procedures. Here procedures it require the foreign parameters to have a specific type. It was not possible here, but to write a procedure, it is capable of sorting both arrays of type T1 and type T2 here. Here to write a procedure, it is capable of sorting both arrays of type T1 and type A2, type A1 and type A2. Here during this standardization of Pascal by ISO, means International Standard Organization, a new feature was added. Here to write a procedure in the Pascal, we have to sorting the two types of arrays here, type A1 and type 2. Here during this standardization of Pascal by ISO, here by standard of Pascal by ISO, a new feature is added here. New feature is added to solve the problem. Solve this problem. What is the new feature means? This feature is called the conformant array. This feature is called the here conformant array. Here This conformant array, it allows the formal array parameter of a procedure, formal array parameter of the procedure to conform to the size of the actual array, Here in Pascal we are having serious problem. It is virtually defined here. Here in this Pascal language we are using the procedures. In C language procedures name is the function, we are using functions, but in Pascal language we are using the procedures here. Here we require formal parameters to that specific type. It was not possible in the procedures. That's why, for example, you have to write a procedure. It is capable of sorting both arrays of type A1 and type A2. Means A1 is array here, first array type, and second one is array type, second two array. Next, during this during the standardization of Pascal by SO, here a new feature is added. New feature was added to solve the problem here. This feature called the conformant array. This feature is called the conformant array here. It allows the formal array parameter. It allows the formal array parameter of a procedure. It allows the formal array parameter of a procedure to conform to the size of the actual array. To conform to the size of the actual array here. Next. Here this actual and formal parameters are required to have the same number of indexes. Here in this Pascal, we are using the procedures na. In the procedures, these are two types of parameters we are used here, actual and formal parameters. In this actual and formal parameters are required to have the same number of indexes, and the same component type, here. Here for example, the use of conformant arrays. Here this is the, what is the conformant arrays here? What we are using, the new feature is added in the Pascal procedures. That is called the here conformant arrays. In this conformant arrays, which organization introduced means International Standard Organization. Next, this is the example ma. First, procedure sort of two arrays here. In this procedure sort means procedure means here function we are using the in C language we are using functions here, but in Pascal language we are using procedures. How to sort? Variable A array low high integer of C type means component type here, where variable I2 integer, more boolean temp C type begin and more equal to true. Boolean means true. The condition true aithe man ikkadiki vastam, while more do begin means true, do begin more equal to false. Here next, for I equal to low to high minus 1 do begin means low to high. Next, from we are giving the some values now here, low 1 to